How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your nutty buddy Putty here, and welcome to my review of Secret Invasion. For those unaware, I usually do these episodically. I do every single episode that come out. And Secret Invasion, unfortunately, got a little bit of a different change. But before I even explain that, first and foremost, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I will be doing a giveaway for one of my videos this week. Will it be in this one? I guess you're just going to have to wait to the middle. I will announce whether or not we're doing it in this one when we get to the, I guess, spoiler section of this review, which I will go into detail after a while. But now, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about Secret Invasion. So I actually watched the first two episodes on release day, and the first episode I was going to do the review, but then I got a copyright strike because of what they accused me of bullying. It was me and my friend playing some Mortal Kombat. It got bad. That's all I can do. There's nothing I can change about it. I had to go and delete a bunch of content just because of some things that happened in my past that weren't bad. It was just more of like friends being friends and actually just, kind of joking with each other. So I unfortunately did not get to be there for Secret Invasion to do the first one. And then after seeing episode 1 and 2, I decided to wait. Now, why did I wait? It's because, boy, did it start off rough. I mean, when I say rough, I mean this series did not feel comfortable. Like when I first saw the first two episodes, it felt very rough for me. It was like, what are we watching here? Why does this not? I don't have my version of Nick Fury I wanted, or just in general Samuel Jackson. And maybe I just needed to give it some time because eventually I actually started liking some of the episodes. But it's kind of like other Disney Plus shows where the pacing is so slow and it feels like you're just watching a long movie of dialogue that tries to put expositions or heated stories into a next episode so to get you excited, but then it just doesn't need it to be there. There have been times like that. I feel like Secret Invasion is like that. It's a very weird and odd thing because I'll say the last two episodes I really thoroughly enjoyed, but there's some things that people don't realize that when it comes to this series, just like any other MCU thing, they combine a lot of things together because they don't have some. I feel Secret Invasion should have waited because I feel like Secret Invasion would have benefited of having all those other storylines and giving us a proper scroll story when it comes to these characters. Now, we did get something like it because they used something of the same benefit when it came to some of the other characters that, bringing in the storyline. Because basically, this is two storylines in my eyes, one being a small part while the other one being a major part. But the problem is they didn't take a lot of things out. And I get this story was made for Nick Fury, but like we deserved a little bit better. Like I was excited for the ending because I finally got to see something I've been wanting to see in the movie theaters for a long time. But then it's not the one I want. And I don't think I'm ever going to, because if they ever do reboot the whole idea of Secret Invasion and do go back and do it right, I'm probably not going to be alive to see the way I wanted to see it. So I'm going to explain it this way. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that when we get to the spoiler section, and then go from there. So what do I get review this series? Honestly, I'm actually being generous right now by saying 6 out of 10. This series just is struggling, and there's so many problems with it. And I want to like it at certain points, and I do, but like there is a lot of things that are just frustrating with this that I just want to get to when it comes to spoiler review. So, with that being said, I'll do spoilers now. I'm also not going to be doing a giveaway. So if you watch till now, I'm sorry. One of my other videos will be giving a giveaway, but at least you know now you don't have to worry about this video. There's going to be two more videos dropping this week. One of those two videos is going to have your giveaway. So make sure you're there if you want to be part of the giveaway. I'm going to leave it up in the middle somewhere of that video too. And then, but if you came here for that and it's not, I'm sorry, it's not happening. But if you have watched Secret Invasion, you want to stick around and hear what I have to say about this, then please, I'd be happy to have you come along with me on this ride. So with that being said, I want to talk about the first thing is this being two plot lines. So in the original Marvel movie, you haven't seen Captain Marvel, I'm spoiling, there's a Skrull Kree battle going on, which does happen in the comic books. It's a major storyline. But then Secret Invasion becomes a thing where a lot of even the superheroes are apparently secret scrolls in the world. And the later comics versions of Secret Invasion do go into the Illuminati, things of that nature. But the major thing that really separates this from all those other versions is one thing, and that is the Super Scroll. So if you watch on the episode, they took the DNA of all the Avengers to make Super Scrolls. But then there's a problem here, guys. They're doing fanfare for someone like me, but it doesn't make sense. And here's why. So they give all the abilities of all the Avengers characters, and the major one that they want is, of course, they want Captain Marvels, because apparently Captain Marvels would be the strongest. Here's the thing. They use Captain Marvel's flame or aurora effect as the Human Torch effect. And you're wondering, what do I mean by Human Torch effect? Okay, so for those that aren't familiar, there's 4 characters in the comic books called the Fantastic Four. The Human Torch that turns on fire, Invisible Woman that actually goes invisible and can make force fields, Mr. Fantastic that's extra stretchy, and then of course there's the Thing, which is all made of rock, and he's super strong. What happened in the comic books is the Super Scroll ends up being sent to Earth to conquer Earth, invade Earth, and is given the abilities through a projection to Earth to actually give him the abilities of the Fantastic Four. So this right here is a real scroll. This is what a real scroll looks like, or sorry, not real scroll, real Super Scroll looks like right here. Okay, point. All right. So you'll see on this side. Let's try to pinpoint everything. It's hard to point when you're trying to watch the camera. So if you see the arm right here, that is supposed to be the Thing. All right. If you go over here, the flame. Oh, I got this. I got the TV. But over here, try to point it out. The flame you see on top, that's for Human Torch. Then of course we go over here to the bendy arm. That's Mr. Fantastic. And then below, why am I going up? Is the Invisible Woman legs to show it. Basically saying this thing had the powers of Thing, Human Torch, Master Fantastic, and Invisible Woman combined together to make a Super Scroll. Here's the thing. Tell me one character in the Avengers that we have, the Prime Avengers, that had a brick arm, that had bendy arms. The only thing I can... And then the Invisible Woman, she got one invisible. Which invisible character do we have? Who's the invisible character? Who's the invisible character, Marvel? Who's the invisible character they got the powers from? And then the only one we have that was fire came from Captain Marvel. And where did the rock? Where did the bendy? Where did the freaking invisible part come in? When Gaia goes invisible, I was like, okay, cool, we're getting all the powers of Fantastic Four here in this battle. But then we got Ice. Now we're getting powers like who did Ice? Was there an Iceman? Did I miss something? Like, think about all the Avengers we have. Even if the core one, or all the Avengers up into Endgame. Where is your Ice character? Where's your invisible character? Bendy, I'll give you Miss Marvel. Maybe they kind of, because she doesn't have her bendy powers in the Disney Plus series. So why? I'm just saying, why? Like, I get it. I got my scroll. I got my freaking scroll. I finally got my scroll. I'm happy. I got my Super Scrolls. But it's not, like, it's like you gave me what I wanted, but now it doesn't make any sense. And it just ruined everything. I don't understand what MCU is doing. You finally have Fantastic Four and all this. Put this aside. Like, okay, you want Nick Fury in it? Use somebody else. The Fantastic Four would have been great for the storyline. Having the Skrulls hidden this whole time, and then making a Fantastic Four movie, and then going maybe even doing Galactus, and then bringing back the Skrulls later on, and bringing a Super Skrull. Oh, where have these Skrulls been? Oh, they're here. Like, you could have still done Secret Invasion without having the Super Skrulls. Like, you made 2 Super Skrulls fight each other. They were the only ones that were Super Skrulls. So how about this? Why don't we just fizzle out? Why don't we just fizzle out, and the guy that played the Super Skrull goes into hiding, and there's all this whole plot line of an actual military plot line. Why does it have to be a superhero involved? Like, I want my superheroes, I want my Skrulls, I want my Super Skrull. But why does there always have to be something to have the super being when it comes to all the Disney Plus? You didn't do it for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Why did you have to do it for this? Like, clearly, why did you have to do it for this? This is not the Super Skrull I wanted. Listen, this review is going to be short because actually not too short. I'm literally ranting here, but my point is we had 2 plot lines. We have the Secret Invasion plot line where the Skrulls take over because after the Kree and the whole Kree army thing, and then we have the Super Skrull story where they lost the army and then they sent down a Skrull to try to invade Earth. Like, We could have had the Super Scroll later on in Fantastic Four. Scrolls can hide. He literally said 1 million scrolls. You're telling me there ain't a couple of scrolls there that run into freaking the Fantastic Four and find a way to take their powers or do something? Like, listen, Marvel, you're. I'm never gonna get the proper Super Scroll story now because I'm not gonna because it's gonna be years from now. Unless you're gonna do it again, and then everyone's going, "This don't make sense. This doesn't make sense." Listen, I got a lot of reviews this week, and I hope Ahsoka. No, I have a feeling Ahsoka's gonna be good. Compared to this, Ahsoka's gonna be good. Here's my thing too. I actually kind of like the part, some of the parts where with like the ending, like the actual ending with him kissing his wife. I thought it was a beautiful moment. It was a way of saying, hey, no matter who you are, love who you want to love, that kind of situation. Sure, that there, I love it and everything. But God, why the Super Scroll? Like, I was excited that it was going to happen, but then I realized, what am I asking this for? And now I got one that doesn't even make sense. She had ice. They had powers that the Avengers didn't have. Like, you had the hulking arms, cool. But, like, where's Thor's lightning? Where's, like, barely any powers, like Ant-Man shrinking. You had so many powers you could have took from there, and you took, what? Like, what? Who was the rock guy? Was that, oh, I bet you I know who that is. But he wasn't even an Avenger. What's his name? I guess he was an Avenger in Endgame. What's his name? I forgot his name from the Thor movie. But, okay, cool. Thor Ragnarok, the rock guy. You use him instead. I mean, it's, I don't know. This was an upsetting series that I don't think need to happen, and it was just a way to make a show. And I think Marvel at this point realized they made the mistakes, and they just had to fix them where they lie. And I guess we can always come back to the whole idea of the Skrulls taking over the world later down the road. But other than that, this is just a shit show. In my eyes, I believe so. But if you guys want to see some of my other reviews, I'm gonna post oh, here we go. I'm gonna post my Marvel Cinematic Universe videos right here. Check out one of the other videos in there and see if maybe there's something else that was a little more interesting. My Guardians of the Galaxy reviews in there. You can check that out. Thanks guys for watching. Wow, this was a mess. I didn't want to go into Easter eggs because that alone made me mad. I'll talk to you later. Peace.